What is going on, everyone? Anthony Drew Gary here, host of The How To Show, where we talk about optimizing life, money, and happiness one how-to at a time. This week I want to talk about a misconception that stems from my own personal experiences, but if you're anything like me, you may have had this thought as well, based on experiences of your own, and we're going to talk this week about how to get taxed less on bonuses that you make. So if you're anything like me, you may have been in a situation once in the past. I'll go into my story here. I was working for a company, and at annual review time, there was a scenario where I was very fortunate to be given a bonus. And it wasn't a huge amount, but it was enough that it got me excited. I was looking forward to it. And around the water cooler or around work, people were talking about, don't get too excited because those bonuses get taxed a lot higher than your normal income does. And I'm thinking to myself, well, that's no good. How do I stop that from happening? I don't want that to happen. So I called Human Resources and I started asking questions. I asked, could I throw extra money into my 401k so it doesn't get taxed as much? They told me yes, but it was really complicated and you had to get everything right or else it would really mess things up for your future paychecks. And so ultimately I decided to just do nothing because I was afraid to mess anything up. And come to find out that bonus was taxed at roughly 40%. And I thought to myself, well, gee, this really stinks. And so this caused me to do a little bit more homework, and over the years I've come to figure out that the reality of the situation is that your bonus is not taxed higher than any other income that you make. The reality is that your bonus, depending on your HR company, your company's platform, or whoever does your payroll, your bonus is usually withheld at a higher rate. And from my perspective, there's no good rhyme or reason for this, but the reality is that when it comes time to file your taxes every year, you will get to true this up. And so you're going to be taxed based on all of your income, your wages, your bonuses, anything else you've got going on, and you pay your tax rate based on that. And so even though that, let's say you got a $500 bonus that got taxed at 40%, so you lost $200 of it right away, when push comes to shove and you get your taxes done at the end of the year, you're going to get probably some of that back, or it's going to get adjusted such that you're only paying your actual tax rate and not the withholding rate. And so what do you do about this? And my thoughts on this vary depending on how big a bonus you think you're going to get. If you're a scenario where you're going to get some sort of a holiday bonus or a once-a-year bonus and it's not a huge amount of money in the terms of the grand scheme of your life, I probably wouldn't do anything about it because you can true it up later on, especially if it happens later in the year. You can true it up in your taxes in just a couple of months. But let's say you're in a scenario where you get some sort of sales commission and all of your commissions hit for the entire year at one point on one check, and so that check can be really sizable. Maybe it does make sense to have those extra conversations with your human resources department, your payroll department, to see whether there's any way to get your bonus withheld at the same rate that your payroll gets withheld at. And so this episode is really all about the knowledge behind how to get taxed less on your bonuses by knowing the reality that your bonuses and your W-2 income, your wages, get taxed at the same rate. They just get withheld differently. And so you need to ask the right questions, and the questions really surround your withholdings and not necessarily your taxes. Hopefully there's somebody in your human resources department that can help you with this, and hopefully this is something that you can get in front of, and rather than be reactive to it, you can be proactive to it. That's going to bring this episode of the show to a close. Hopefully everybody's getting massive bonuses, and this is something that can be beneficial to everyone. But if you know someone in particular that may be able to benefit from this, please share the video with them. It would mean the world to me if you did that. And if you got any value from this video, hit the like button so that YouTube knows to send this video out to the YouTube world at a higher rate. And if you like the videos that I produce each and every Wednesday, you can hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be the first to know about new videos as they come out. You can also check out the podcast by searching The How To Show on the podcast player of your choice. And as always, if you are looking to sell your house in the Indianapolis market, you can get in touch with me either down in the comments or at indiedwell.com. You can check that out in the show notes as well. Until next time, this is Anthony Drew Gary, host of The How To Show, signing off.